300 nautical miles from the nearest land, the Oceanic Endeavor rides the swells. Her purpose is not exploration, but recovery. On deck, the salvage team moves through pre-dive rituals. Each member knows their role in the intricate choreography of the abyss.
In its cradle rests the DSV-7, known to her crew as the Abyssal Sovereign.
The target was pinpointed through old manifests and insurance records. The Empress Alexandra vanished here in 1978, carrying a fortune in luxury goods.
The pilots carry nothing but themselves into the sphere. Here, there is no room for sentimentality, only essential function.
The first 100 meters pass through sunlit waters, where life is familiar and light still defines the world. Then, the twilight zone. Sunlight becomes a memory. Creatures here are ghosts, adapted to the fading light. Pressure mounts with mathematical precision. The hull groans, a reminder of the immense, silent force surrounding them. This is the Abyss, a realm of crushing pressure, eternal cold, and near-total absence of life as we know it.
After 4 hours, they arrive, 6,890 meters down. The abyssal plain.
The search is measured in hours of monotony. Patience is the primary tool at this depth. Then, a contact. An anomaly in the sonar's electronic portrait of the seafloor. Something artificial. And then, the target. A rectangular structure, too regular to be natural. A cargo-strong room. With delicate precision, they clear the sediment. The container appears remarkably intact after its half-century rest.
Radar penetrates the steel. The return shows shapes, regular, stacked shapes. The cargo may have survived.
Their survey complete, they mark the location and begin the long ascent. The hard part is yet to come.
12 hours after they left, the submersible returns. The pilots emerge, stiff but focused. They bring confirmation. The actual recovery falls to an ROV, a remotely operated workhorse. It will do the delicate, heavy lifting on the bottom. Each attachment point requires hours of patient work. The metal is corroded, the margin for error non-existent.
Lift bags are inflated, creating buoyancy. The seafloor sediment holds the container with the suction of decades.
And then, it moves. After 48 years, the container is pulled from its grave on the abyssal plain.
For hours, it travels upward.
Near midnight, it breaches the surface. Salt water streams from steel that has not felt air since the 1970s. The door is sealed by time and corrosion. Forcing it risks everything inside. They must coax it open.
The interior is revealed. Stacked metal cases, a second line of defense against the relentless ocean.
In the lab, under controlled light, the first case is opened. The moment of truth, after all the effort.
There they are, luxury leather goods, preserved by the deep's cold, dark embrace. Maker's marks are still visible.
The team works through the night, documenting each piece. Authentication is everything. Provenance is value.
They are objects transformed, not just luxury, but artifacts of a journey through time and impossible pressure.
Outside, the Pacific stretches to the horizon. Beneath it lies the wreck and the memory of the abyss.
Each piece tells a story of craftsmanship, then catastrophe, then an improbable preservation in the cold and dark.
The documentation is meticulous. Each recovered piece must be matched to the original 1978 shipping manifest.
The archaeologist's theory was correct. This strong room was in the most protected part of the ship, accounting for its survival.
The work is done. The laboratory, so recently a hive of activity, falls quiet. The cargo is secured.
For the leader, the weight of responsibility lifts. The gamble, the investment, the risk.
The voyage home. The Pacific, once a site of mystery and tension, is now just a passage.
Every parameter of the recovery is logged, analyzed. This data will refine the models for the next mission.
The submersible is serviced and checked. It is a tool that performed flawlessly in the most demanding environment.
The primary objective has been recovered intact.
Landfall. After weeks in the isolation of the open ocean, the sight of the coast is a welcome anchor to reality.
The transition begins. From the self-contained world of the ship to the complex systems of the port.
The cargo changes hands, moving from maritime salvage to secure logistics. Its journey is not yet over.
Formal custody is transferred. The financial and legal machinery surrounding the recovery now engages.
For the crew, the mission ends here. They step back into their lives, carrying the memory of the abyss with them. Weeks later, in a specialist authentication facility, the pieces undergo their final appraisal. Every detail is scrutinized. The provenance must be airtight for the auction to realize its full potential. The story is packaged. The narrative of deep-sea recovery becomes part of the object's value, its mythos.
The auction begins. The room is calm, but the bids are not. Numbers climb, spoken quietly into phones.
$1 million!
For a single, unique piece, the hammer falls at a number that eclipses its original value 100-fold.
Lot after lot sells. The conservative estimate of $90 million is met, then surpassed.
For those who retrieved it, the financial outcome is abstract. Their reward was the mission itself.
The ship is prepared for its next mission. The ocean floor holds countless secrets, and the business of recovery never stops.
Another briefing. Another set of coordinates. The potential for fortune. and the ever-present risk of oblivion.
The circuit is complete, from the surface to the abyss and back again, a testament to human tenacity in the face of the deep.
For the archaeologists, the work now is academic, to document not just the objects, but the story of their preservation and recovery.
Some of the pieces find their way to retail, their story a powerful part of their allure. They are objects of desire once more.
The story enters the public sphere. It becomes a tale of technology triumphing over one of Earth's most hostile environments.
For some, returning to the ordinary world require adjustment. The deep leaves a psychic mark, a changed perspective.
The final numbers are published. The financial success of the venture is cemented, validating the risk.
The skills are transferable, but the context is different. The ocean's scale is replaced by the scale of the city.
Its design is studied. What allowed it to survive? The answers will inform future deep-sea storage and recovery.
Recognition comes from peers. The mission is held up as a benchmark of planning, execution, and success. Thank you.
Dispersed, the collection enters a new stratum of existence. Their value is now both material and mythological.
The Empress Alexandra recovery provides a unique data point, a case study in deep-sea taphonomy.
Each journey is new. Each diver carries their own thoughts into the all-encompassing embrace of the deep.
And so it begins again. The search, the hope, the balance of fortune and oblivion on the ocean floor.
In the world of high-risk venture capital, the mission becomes a legendary success story, a template for funding future expeditions.
A few select pieces are destined for museums, where their story is for the public, their value educational.
But where is it from?
I'm not entirely sure, sweetie.
For the next generation, it is an artifact of mystery, a thing from a place they can scarcely imagine.
The results are in, with the vintage models exceeding all expectations, closing at a staggering 300,000 credits.
The final, dry paperwork. Contracts are fulfilled, obligations met. The adventure concludes in signatures and wire transfers. For the individual crew members, the success translates to tangible security, a reward for their specialized, perilous work.
Knowledge is passed on. The hard-won lessons of the deep become curriculum for the next wave of pilots.
The site returns to silence. The transponders have gone dark. The Empress Alexandra's remains are once again alone in the dark.
The narrative is crafted. Raw experience is shaped into a story with a beginning, a dangerous middle, and a triumphant end.
Ships have personalities, histories. This one now carries the memory of a singular victory in its very plates.
For the collector, value lies in uniqueness. This object is singular. Its history cannot be replicated. The skills honed in the hunt for a shipwreck apply to other grand challenges. The ocean is a system to be understood.
Her academic contribution recontextualizes the mission. It was not just salvage, it was an archaeological retrieval.
The story enters the popular consciousness. It sparks fascination, debate, and dreams of other sunken treasures.
Some objects become pure symbol, an empty vessel for a human story of ambition, loss, and recovery. It is a relic of two eras, the surface world of luxury that created it, and the abyssal world that preserved it.
But the search continues. The human impulse to reach, to recover, to find meaning in the depths is unquenchable.
New teams, new technologies, new coordinates. The balance of fortune and oblivion is recalibrated with each dive.
From this distance, it is all surface. The dramas of the deep, the triumphs and losses, are invisible.
The paper trail is secured alongside the physical treasure. Provenance now permanently locked in steel and controlled air.
For those used to the vertical scale of the ocean, great heights offer a different, breathable perspective.
This image is as significant as the objects themselves. It's a snapshot of a moment frozen in 1978.
But was it worth it?
What? Was it worth it?
The past inspires the future. The aesthetic and the narrative of resilience filter into new creations.
The same technology used to find wreckage is used to protect life. The soundscape of the ocean holds many kinds of data.
The object travels again, crossing oceans in hours instead of sinking over days. Its relationship with the sea is now one of altitude, not depth.
Вот ваши кабели и гидравлика.
Все по списку.
Отлично. Убедитесь, что они будут на борту к 16:00.
Every component is mission critical. There is no room for second best when your workplace is the Hadal zone. Success is dissected by competitors. Every decision is analyzed, learned from, and adapted.
They waited here. Patience was their advantage. We'll factor that in.
The scientific yield extends beyond archaeology. The container was a habitat, a sample return from an alien world. The ocean reminds them of its power. The surface, too, can be a violent and demanding place.
The story is endlessly picked apart by amateurs and experts alike. It becomes a permanent fixture in the digital archive of ocean lore.
These fragments of the past, when assembled, create a ghostly whole, a digital memorial.
Skills translate. The focus required to maintain a satellite link across thousands of miles applies to terrestrial machinery.
The satisfaction is the same. A system restored to function. A problem solved.
The artifact is recontextualized as art. Its value is its story, presented in its purest, most minimalist form.
Stripped of luxury branding, it becomes something else. A testament to time, pressure, and return.
The deep sea required one kind of tempo. The surface world of logistics demands another, faster rhythm.
The core competency remains. Clear communication under pressure, coordinating complex movements in a hazardous environment.
After facing the abyss, he finds a kinship in other immensities. The cosmos above, the earth below.
The legacy continues in namesake. The lost ship lends its title to a vessel meant to conquer the depth that claimed it.
Technology advances. The capabilities expand. The frontier of the possible pushes deeper.
Inspiration takes root. A story of exploration and engineering sparks a young imagination.
The data is liberated. The historical record, once buried in a liquidated company's files, is now globally accessible.
The barrier that held back the abyss for decades is now an interactive exhibit.
The journey is complete, yet never truly ends. The object is home, but its story continues to ripple outward.
It is a new day. The ocean offers the same blank slate.
And somewhere, right now, lights pierce the darkness again. The search continues. The depth still calls.